One shot is what it's all about. A deer has to be taken with one shot.
On day 27, I finally got around to watching The Deer Hunter. I used to say this was my favorite Vietnam War movie, but then I realized I hadn't really watched it very much, certainly not enough to call it a favorite. But I do still think this is the best film about the Vietnam War, simply because it is the most honest about the consequences of that conflict on those who fought in it. This film is meant to be a realistic portrayal of what it was like for those in small-town America to be drafted into the military and sent to the other side of the planet and fight in an incredibly horrific and traumatizing war. I mean, all war is traumatizing, don't get me wrong, but this one saw some pretty brutal acts, and The Deer Hunter does not shy away from that brutality. This film has 3 very clear acts. We're introduced to Mike, Nicolas, and Steve, 3 young steelworkers from Pennsylvania who are about to ship off to the war. We get to meet all their crazy childhood friends, their family and loved ones, and we get a really great sense of the community as everyone in town prepares for Steven's wedding, happening just before they leave. This is a beautifully shot film, especially the hunting scenes, and that beauty is contrasted so sharply by the violence and savageness of war, the second act of the film. The POW scene in particular is so powerful, I just couldn't look away no matter how awful it got. The third act is all about recovering from the trauma, or at least trying to. Not everyone is able to do it, but I think The Deer Hunter may be one of the first films to accurately depict the psychological effects of war on a person. It's a very hard movie to watch, but I absolutely will come back to it in a few years because it's also an important one. See you at the movies.